we're going to go now into what is an improper fraction, okay? So when we talk about improper fractions, what we're talking about is when we have a fraction, right? Whatever's on the top and whatever's on the bottom. When it's improper, our numerator is a bigger number than our denominator, okay? So, for example, earlier today, we just did a problem. I think we started off with 3/4 plus 3/4, right? And Bella told us the answer was 6/4, okay? Take a look at this fraction. Is my numerator a bigger number than my denominator? Thumbs up if that is true. My numerator is a bigger number than my denominator. Awesome. Okay, yeah, it's bigger. And the reason why they call it improper is that's just not the way we want to write our fractions, okay? And what we're going to be learning today is how we take an improper fraction and make it what is called a mixed number, okay? So let's take a look at this improper fraction. We have 4/6, right? This is what we were just working with. On your papers, I want you to see if you can draw in a diagram, and let's all just stick to a circle diagram. How would you draw 4/6? Okay, a reminder, our denominator is how many pieces our whole is being broken up into. So for this example, show me with your fingers, how many parts do I need to break my whole up into? Nice job, right? 4. Okay, but my numerator is how many of those pieces I'm talking about. So how would I shade 6/4? Go ahead and take a few minutes to see if you can draw 6/4. And thumbs up if you think you figured it out. How would I draw 6/4? It sounds crazy. All right, who would like to explain? Actually, why don't you all just try and see if you can hold up your drawing to the screen. Okay, nice job. Who would like to explain to me, how did you draw out 6/4? How would I draw that? Josh.
To make 6/4, you actually need to draw two diagrams to
Oh, why do you say that?
because you're gonna be shading 6 parts, but you only have like 4 in one diagram, so you need to get another one.
Oh, thank you. So you're telling me, right, if I have this one up here and I shade all of them, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. How much did I shade in that first diagram, Josh?
4.
4. For what?
For like parts.
Yeah, how many, what do I call these parts? In this,
Fractions.
yeah, they're definitely fractions, but in this diagram, what are we talking about? Are we talking about halves, thirds, fourths? What are we
Oh,
talking about?
fourths.
We're talking about fourths, right? So right here, we have 4/4. But how much are we actually looking for?
We're looking for 6/4.
6. Is 4 enough?
No,
No. How many more fourths do we need?
2 more.
2 more. So that means I need to add another whole, right?
Yeah.
Of my second whole that I know is broken up into fourths, right? Because it has to be equal pieces. How many of these do I need to shade, Josh?
2.
2. Nice job. Okay. What we just did by showing our diagrams out like this is going to help us see how we could write this now in a mixed number, okay? So I want you to keep your eyes on my diagrams, and I also want you to keep your eyes on my improper fraction. Who can raise their hand and tell me how many holes was I able to shade the whole entire thing? The whole hole is shaded. Show me with your fingers. Nice job, right? One hole is shaded. One hole. This one right here, right? The whole thing is shaded. The entire hole is shaded. Do you agree? Okay, what fraction do I still have left over that I didn't talk about yet? I talked about my one whole, but I still have a fraction that is left over. What fraction is still left over? Casey, what's left over?
There are 2/4 left over.
Thank you. 2/4. So could we say that 6/4 is also equal to one whole and 2/4? Do you agree? Yeah, so we just took our improper fraction and now we made it what is called a mixed number, okay? And we call it a mixed number because it is mixed with a whole number and a fraction. Does that make sense? So let's try this with you guys. I'm going to give you an improper fraction, okay? And I want you to, using diagrams and using drawings first, okay? I want you to see if you can make it into a mixed number, okay? So remember, do it with showing through your diagrams first. So let's try, I want you guys to take 5/3. Thumbs up, you see the 5/3? Okay, and I want you to make this into a mixed number, okay? I'm gonna start you guys off. If I have a diagram, how many parts is my whole being broken up into? Show me with your fingers. Show me with your fingers. And remember, my denominator tells me how many parts my whole is broken up into. Nice job, 3 parts, okay? So see, how would I show 5/3? And thumbs up once you've drawn 5/3. All right, Joelle, will you walk me through how you drew 5/3?
So first I made a circle and put it into 3 parts.
Thank you. So kind of like I just did here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I made 2 of them.
Oh, 2? Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're pretending my parts are equal. Okay, they're all.
So then you shade one hole of it.
Oh, so 1, 2, 3, just like that?
Yeah. And then on the other one you shade 2 parts.
Oh, why am I shading 2 in my second one?
Because it's 5. You have to
Oh,
make 5
because the
total.
total I'm looking for is 5/3, right?
Yeah.
And here's 1/3, here's 2/3, here's 3/3. Is that enough to make 5?
No.
No, right? I need 2 more thirds. So here's my 4th third, and here's my 5th third. Thank you. So, Joelle, how many holes was I able to fill up?
1 hole.
1 hole, right? Here is my 1 hole. Do you all see how he got that? Okay. Now, how much do I have left over, Joelle?
2/3.
2/3. So, can we say 5/3 is equal to 1 2/3?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Awesome job. Okay. We're going to try one more of these together of taking an improper fraction and making it into a mixed number, okay? Again, I want you guys to stick to drawing it out right now. It's going to be the easiest way. If you have another way of doing it, you're more than welcome doing that when you're doing like Moby Max and stuff like that. But for right now, I just want you to stick to drawing them out, okay? So let's try 12 fifths. Okay, how am I going to draw out 12 fifths? First off, who can tell me, and I'm going to move, I'm going to stick with my circle diagrams right now. How many parts is my whole being broken up into? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Josie, how many parts is my whole broken up into?
Your whole is broken up into 5 parts.
Why 5, Josie?
Because the denominator is 5.
Thank you. And remember, denominator always tells me how many parts my whole is being broken up into, okay? So now please show me 12 fifths. And thumbs up once you've finished drawing 12 fifths. All right, who would like to walk me through how they drew out 12 fifths? How did you draw out 12 fifths? Let's have Josie. Why don't we stick with you for this one since you helped us out at the beginning?
I
did you draw
drew
12 fifths.
I drew out my 12 fifths starting off with 3 circles.
Okay, so here's another circle. Here's another circle. So I have 3 circles total.
And then I colored in 2 of them whole.
So for these 2 circles, Josie, that you just had me draw, this one and this one, how many parts do I need to be breaking those ones up into?
In 5. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, sorry. I know it's not, it's I was just confused. So here I'm doing this one in fifths as well, right?
Yep.
And the same thing with the third one?
Yep.
Why, Josie, am I making sure all of them are in fifths?
Because the numerator is 5.
Right?
And
I want to keep them
sticks.
all the same.
Yep.
Okay, so then Josie told me she shaded in all of this first one. Right, Josie?
Yep.
Why all of the first one? How'd you know off the bat you were going to shade in the whole entire thing?
Because 5 goes into 12 twice.
Oh, interesting. So you're telling me this goes into 12 twice, so I can just shade the entire second one too?
Yep.
Okay, let's pause right there and count how many parts Josie has shaded in so far. Okay, so she has 1. Can you guys see the green, or is that not the best color?
Not the best color.
Thanks, Josie. We'll do black. 1, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that enough to make 12?
No.
No, I have to keep going, right?
Yeah.
So here's my 6th one, because over here I ended up at 5. Now I need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, as of right now, I have 10 fifths shaded. Is that still enough?
No.
No. So Josie, what did you do to get 12 fifths? Right now I have 10 fifths. What do I have to do to get 12?
On your last circle, shade in 2. 2 of your
Oh.
fifths.
Interesting. Let's see if we keep counting on. Remember, over here was our 10th one. Here is 11. Did we finally get to 12?
Yes.
All right, nice job. So Josie, how many holes did we shade the entire hole? How many holes do we have?
2.
2 holes. Here's 1, here's 2. The entire thing is shaded. Thumbs up if you see how she did that. Okay, Josie, now what do I have left over?
You have 2 fifths left over.
2 fifths, right? Over here, we have 1 fifth, 2 fifths that are shaded. So, can we say 12 fifths is equal to 2 and 2 fifths? Thumbs up if you feel great about this.